Great, there it is. Welcome everyone to another episode of Our Parents' Basement. Thank you once again for joining us on your Thursday evening. It is time for another new episode with the Basement Dwellers, and I am, as always, excited. So let's just get right into it. Oh, and before we begin, I see we have a message in the chat,
Hey, what's
and
up,
we now
guys?
have a new person in the chat. Wow, makes my job easier. Um, Before we get really get started, special guest, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, let's just dive right in. I'm Philip, and I will be doing a little bit of the talking this evening. And with me, we have the usual basement dwellers. First off, we have Charles. And Charles, how's it going for you this evening?
Doing all right, doing all right. Nothing too exciting going on.
Well, glad to have you along as always. And we also have Jason, but everyone I know, and self included, we all call him Turf. Turf, how's it going this evening?
Man, I'm well. I'm excited. I'm happy to be here. I'm ready to kick this thing off.
All right. And as I kind of said earlier, we are joined this evening by a very special guest. He has been on this show twice so far, I believe, and it's always a pleasure to have him back, especially when he has excellent news for us to hear. So I am, of course, talking about 8-Bit Eric. Eric, welcome back to the basement. Always happy to have
Hi.
you along.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate
You're
it.
welcome. You're welcome. You're looking good. Looking good. Looks
Thanks.
like that. You look sun-kissed, almost.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
So, but we're not here to talk about your beautiful skin tone. We are here to talk about the fact that you have kind of a major announcement to make.
Yeah.
What's been going on with 8-Bit Eric lately?
So I recently relocated to California, and I've been helping my friend Carrie with an app. We're developing an app, and it actually launched on Android last week. It should be launching on iOS rather soon. It's called Zenither. And what it is, it's going to be online cable TV without the cable, basically. You're going to be able to log in and check out a variety of movies, TV shows, things of that nature. Right now, we're in open beta still, so it's kind of bare bones. But the good thing about us is once you register an account, when we get more content coming in and stuff, you'll be able to get updates about what's going on. We're going to be onboarding a few more channels here shortly to increase the number. But one of the main highlights that we have is we have a gaming channel called Mega Explode. That is,
I love that name.
It's a gaming centered. I would say nerd centered, nerd culture centered, because there's a variety of different programming on it. Myself, Rerez, Game Chasers, GameSack, JKB, Ursha Gaming. Let's see, Michael B. the Game Genie.
So you're gonna leave somebody out, and they're gonna get their feelings hurt now.
And then we also have Dungeon Bastard, who has a series that is talking about like Dungeons and Dragons and dice, like role playing, tabletop RPG type of games. We have a fictional show that's kind of like a comedy called Space Guys in Space, where it's about two guys that are like stuck in an escape pod from a ship that was like it exploded or something like that. And then we have a few other channels that are on with us right now. We got like a reality TV based channel. We have a kids channel. We have a music 24/7 channel, and then we also have like a few other OTT channels that are giving us their feeds and things of that nature right now. So it's kind of a tricky name to spell. It's Zen, like Zeni. Hang on.
THER.
THER, yeah. Zenither.
So I've been playing around with it, looking at it a little bit. I like some of your, the Mega Explode channel. Obviously, is what going to draw most of the people that see this to Zenither. You've got that Wonderland, or is it Wonderland?
Wonderland.
Wonderland. Yeah, like the classic cartoons and stuff on it. It's
like a boomerang type of thing, or
it's the idea eventually with Wonderland is to actually provide safe and quality children's content, because the whole thing with YouTube is you never know if it's really a Spider-Man and Elsa video or not.
Yeah, exactly.
So the idea is to make sure that our platform is first and foremost safe for people of all ages to use it. We do have rated content. Everything that we have that comes in is screened. I've pretty much seen everything that's on the platform right now. And the idea of Wonderland is to provide safe, and even we're going to focus on educational stuff too. And then there's other channels that we're working on that aren't out yet that we're going to make sure provide a quality experience. Because with YouTube, you never know what you're going to get on the other end of the screen. You type in something, you can end up getting crap. Even with music, like the idea behind our music channel is, if let's say you type in George Strait, oceanfront property or something, you don't know if you're going to get the official song, the official video. You don't know if you're going to get like a lyrics video. You don't know if you're going to get a video of somebody covering it. You know what I mean? So
that's the big problem with those is if you want to hear a song, and you might even want to see a lyric video, and you get, some dude playing it on drums.
Yeah. So the idea is to have quality curated content. When you log in, and anybody who logs in after this, you'll see like a TV guide, like an old school cable TV guide that'll show you the channels on the left. It'll show you what's currently playing. But a unique feature with our TV guides that you're able to go back earlier in the day and click anything that's already aired on the timeline, and you can watch it. So it's like a built-in DVR without having to worry about storage space because it's in the cloud. You won't have to be like, oh man, I got to remove all these saved episodes of The Walking Dead on my DVR because I ran out of space. So we have a built-in DVR. You're also able to watch anything that's already aired on demand. So like if you wanted to watch the 5 Game Chasers episodes that have already aired, you can go back onto it and basically just catch up and watch it or binge watch it. And then eventually down the line, there'll be other features that are coming out. Like there's going to be like a chat feature, a merchandise integration feature where, let's say you're watching Game Chasers, you could buy their merch while you're watching their show. Different things. Huh? Oh, it's on the web app. Actually, my friend Carrie, that's actually the brainchild. If you want to come.
Oh, yeah.
Unofficial guest.
Come on in here, man.
We're going to have a special guest, another special guest come on.
Special guest.
This is Carrie.
Hey, Carrie. Welcome to Our Parents' Basement there, Carrie.
It's on the web app right now.
Wait, introduce yourself first.
I'm Carrie Martell. I'm president of the company that makes Zenither.
That all you wanted to say? Short and sweet. Okay.
Yellow a wrap.
Yeah. So as you were saying, there is a web app too. If you go to Zenither.tv, you can use the web browser version. I would say right now, once the mobile apps come out, that's going to be the best experience you can get with what we're offering, the mobile apps. And then eventually down the line, we want this sucker on everything like Roku and consoles, everything. But right now, the main focus is getting the mobile apps out there because it's going to offer a very user-friendly experience. And we're rated pretty high right now. It's actually only been a week. Actually, it's been just exactly like almost 1 week. I think like yesterday or today is like the 1 week mark. So
for the mobile launch,
it's been out on Android. Yeah. So iPhone's next. Okay. Pretty exciting. I think it's pretty neat. I know some people are like, oh, I don't understand it, but once it gets going and the content starts getting out there and everything's fully integrated and updated, it's gonna be not like anything out there.
Yeah, I've been playing around with it since we knew you were coming on. I registered for it. I've been playing around with it. It's pretty intuitive. You say it's not user friendly yet, and there's more to come. I haven't done the app. I've just played with the web app because I'm drank the apple juice and I'm an iPhone guy. But as far as the web app goes, it's very intuitive. You just find, what time you're on, and anything that's played in the past, you can go ahead and click on it. It just goes playing immediately.
Yeah. And I've seen a lot of people tell me they like to put the old like sci-fi movies on in the background on their desktop while they work.
Absolutely.
Ooh, that's a good idea. Yeah. Okay. How did you get involved in this in the first place? Like we look at you and we see 8-Bit Eric, the gamer, the wrestler, that whole thing. Now you're, a tech guru. So how did this happen?
Oh, I'm not that tech. I'm more.
And he's humble. I just love how humble this guy is.
Business development side, but I do some of the editing for some of the segments and like scheduling the programs and stuff like that. But actually, I've known Kerry, who y'all just met, for quite some time, several years, and I've been on the sidelines with him when he's been. I guess basically this was just at one point. I remember when this was just a concept, when it was literally an idea that was written down like on a piece of paper. So it's cool to see it actually released on a app store.
Oh,
that's
absolutely.
Awesome. Yeah, that is so awesome to see the fruits of your labor like there for everyone to play with, and that must be a good feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So now
drinking coffee like a boss.
You said there's other, you've got other channels coming. Is this any like channels that we would know, or are these custom channels for Zenither?
I don't know how much I'm allowed to talk about, but we're in talk with everything you can think of. The idea is we want to be a good place for content that people will be familiar with, and also content that, like with influencers and YouTubers and stuff. Like we want to be able to empower creators to be able to create their own, I guess, cable TV network. You know what I mean? Like you'll log on to the app, you'll see. Like, let's say, like Jay Carl, for example, he does a lot of prank videos on YouTube. We have a channel for him on our guide. We worked in agreement with him. So he literally has a channel that 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, he could curate and schedule and create a community on. So he has a network that he's running. And that's the idea, is that we want creators to feel that they can have a place to grow aside from, because with YouTube the problem is it's user submitted content. Riff Raff is on there. There's a lot of issues as of late everybody's familiar with, but what we're offering is I feel more transparency for everybody, for the user, for the creator, and for the advertiser.
Eric, let me ask you a question. This is kind of what I'm getting from this.
You could sell your own LLC. So let's say I own a channel and I have 24 hours in the day. You're able to sell your own ads, like if you were a cable television network. And not only that, you could think outside the box. Let's say I have free time on Friday nights from midnight to 3 a.m. I could sell that time slot to somebody, like an infomercial, or I could have my friends put a show on it, or you know what I mean? Like it's basically able to do everything that a cable television channel could do with just a computer, with a laptop or a PC. And that's it. No extra equipment needed, no cords, just an internet connection and a laptop.
Wow.
So what I'm kind of hearing here is this is going to be a heavily curated version of YouTube then, right?
I would compare it to Sling TV with a little bit of YouTube. And then hopefully the finished product won't look like anything like any of them. It'll look like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I would compare it to, but the finished product I don't think is going to be anything like them, especially on the back end.
That's great. Now, what does it take if a fellow wanted to get a channel, wanted to start his own channel, say he had a successful YouTube presence, and he decides he wants more control, he wants more polish and more of his own thing on Zenither. What does a person have to do? Do they just need to contact Zenither and work from there, or can just anybody start a channel?
Anybody that wants to contact us at all in regards to anything involving our platform, and creating a channel or even letting us use their content to put on something else, because we're also letting people. That's how Mega Explode was put together, is we're licensing other people's content. Feel free to reach out. My Twitter is probably a good way, at 8-Bit Eric on Twitter, and then I'll correspond with my business email there and, get it going.
Food for thought for us podcasters.
If you need an hour slot once a week, I know a guy. Anyways.
You guys.
It's a possibility.
But
Eric's like, no, you guys are not.
You've got to stop. Don't hit me up right now. Anyways, man, I like what y'all have done. You're kind of cutting out the middleman. There's it's pretty much like your commercial said. You're taking television out of the hands of the the businesses and putting it back into the creative people's hands and giving them more control, more control of their advertising, more control of their content. And you don't have the people, breathing down your neck wanting you, well, you've got to do more of this demographics from, 32 to 35. Enjoy this. So I really like what you're doing. And I think maybe I have an idea, maybe I don't, of what's actually
it sounds
going
like you have a pretty good grasp of it. And that's the good thing that I like about it is people are able to pick up on it just from using it. And I like that's exciting. That's a good sign.
Yeah, man, I'm excited for this. I'm excited for you. I'm gonna have to ask you, and this kind of steers away from Zenither, and I know that's what you're here to talk about. What made Eric decide he wanted to leave Texas and take the jump to move to LA or Southern California, wherever you're
where
at?
are you now?
I figured why not? It's a once in a lifetime opportunity to see what comes out of this and just take a shot, see what goes out of it. And then also my longtime friend, be on the ground floor with him.
Man,
but what part of California are you in now?
Los Angeles.
Oh, look at you, City of Angels. All right.
Man,
the City of Angels got one more angel to it.
Oh,
Jesus. It's pretty admirable though that you'd have the guts to take that leap, man. Way to go. Good on you.
Yeah, it was a big kind of, I would say it was pretty spontaneous. Still adjusting to it.
Oh, absolutely. Are you still going to be like a big player in like the gaming community though? I mean,
right now I don't really have the time for it, but eventually I will start making content again and get like a streaming set up and stuff like that. I will be at Retropalooza Houston this next week.
Okay.
I'll be promoting the app there as well, and then also doing the YouTube, meet and greet type of stuff. And then 2 weeks after that, I'll be at Game On Expo in Phoenix, and I plan on spreading the Zenither gospel there too, as well. Letting people know that I'm not dead, because YouTube is such a mess. People are like, "Where have you been?" It's like, dude, I was putting up videos for 5 days a week for like months. I haven't seen a video from you in forever. It's like, this is exactly why, like, that's part of the reason why I don't have a desire to make content on YouTube right now, because even if you do, people aren't seeing it.
Yeah.
That's very
so
true.
There's like a win-win for you.
Yeah, and you get people used to knowing, 8-Bit Eric will be on the TV Guide at this time, and, people still follow scheduled programming whether they realize it or not. If they're really invested in that show. Like, you don't want to miss when the newest Game of Thrones comes out or the newest Walking Dead, or you don't want to miss when NFL football comes on. Everybody knows it's on Monday nights,
Newest episode of Queen of the South. Oh, yeah. No one else? Oh.
No.
One of my friends actually had a secondary role in that show.
Really?
Nice.
He's a wrestler, Sean Hernandez. He was from TNA.
I love that show. I love me some Alexis.
Really big dude? Like, great big yoked up dude?
Yeah.
I think
with the mustache. That guy?
He's bald.
Yeah. I know who we're talking about.
He had a role. I think one of the scenes, like, he's like a henchman or something.
Cool.
Love that show.
Well, I guess I have to ask, since you're out there in Hollywood, is 8-Bit Eric trying to make a splash on the Hollywood scene?
I got to be an extra in a movie recently.
Hell yeah, you did.
Ooh. Can you tell us which one or no?
It's gonna be called the Bachelor Party movie.
I'm just gonna go see it just so I can find your scene.
I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be in theaters, but it'll probably be on streaming services.
For the love of God, tell me you're not the stripper.
Oh no, I'm not. If I got me a bigger part, I would do it though.
It pays.
Yeah.
Being an extra is fun sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Go ahead.
So this isn't a live podcast, right? This is all.
Oh no, this is live, dude.
Oh wait, like people are listening in right now?
Yeah, people.
Well, I don't know about that.
No.
Oh.
But afterwards, they'll be listening via iTunes and Spotify and things like that. So yeah, this will get out there. I'm going to tell everyone about Zenither.
I appreciate y'all having me on again. That's pretty cool.
Dude,
so is it
talk about what my latest stuff? That's really cool. If anybody's listening, can I give a couple plugs?
Dude, plug
away.
Plug away.
So Zenither
Zenither.
TV on Twitter. Follow at Zenither TV on Twitter. I believe that's also the Instagram. Also, check out the Android and iOS apps when they come out, Zenither. And give us a chance. If you check it out, please leave a review. Give us feedback, because feedback's really important. And really appreciate anybody in advance for giving us a shot.
Those reviews, like on like app stores and when you download things, do those actually make a difference other than like just for like bragging rights? Like, will those affect your product?
The reviews do help with the rankings and also the number of installs.
Okay. I always wondered about that.
It helps people find it easier.
Yeah. As of right now, I believe we were 18 in the entertainment apps in Canada. We're number 18, and then we were 41 in the United States, which is not bad considering it's only been a week, and this is probably like, we haven't even really began our hardcore marketing campaign. So it's really cool. We're actually seeing people's needs being met with this app naturally, which is really cool.
That's awesome.
I really like what you're doing, man. I really appreciate this. Of course, the world's moving towards streaming. The kids, as they will, are moving towards YouTube because like my 8-year-old or 9-year-old, he doesn't care about television. Like there's nothing on TV that he cares about. He wants to watch popular MMOs and Dan TDM and whatever, what are the Skylander kids used to be, whatever they're, Funnel Vision TV.
Yeah.
So that's what he's into now. So this is the future, dude. The streaming, the internet,
it's so funny to see kids watch people play video games instead of playing the video games.
I know.
It's like,
it's wild, man. I don't understand it. Of course, I was talking to my wife about this earlier. I think I've gotten old. It finally happened. I'm the old man.
Man,
I don't understand what the kids are doing these days.
Wait until your kid says he just wants games digitally.
Oh, no.
Sweet baby Jesus.
Oh, I hope that never happens to anyone.
It's not your kids. It's going to be your grandkids.
Well, I mean, by then...
It's a cartridge!
Yeah, exactly. So, Eric, man, we appreciate you coming on. I know you're a busy dude. If you've got to bounce, that's cool. If you want to stick around, we're just hanging out. So whatever you want to do, man.
Oh, no, I do appreciate it. I do got to take off. But thanks for giving me the floor, man. I appreciate it. And have me on any time. Just let me know.
Always, man. You're always welcome here at our parents' basement. Thank you so much. If anybody listening, you need to check out 8-Bit Eric on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Y'all can find him anywhere. Check out at Zenither TV. It's a pretty cool app. You can check it out. You can decide for yourself, but at least give these guys a shot because it is something new and fresh.
Yeah, this is exciting stuff.
Thank you in advance, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
No worries, brother. All right, man. Bye. Have a good evening.
Later.
We'll see ya. Man, that is pretty cool. I think streaming is just really the way of watching television, for no matter what age you are. It just seems just so much more convenient than sitting down and finding the right time and all that good stuff. So this is they're like they're giving what the people want. Zenither sounds like what the people want.
I'm not just like swinging from dudes nuts but I'm really mean this. I think this could be a game changer. If you could get a few channels to bypass the cable companies, I mean, all it's going to take is one to bypass, and you kind of see them doing it with Sling. But Sling, you can't view live programming backwards. Do you know what I'm talking about?
What do you mean by that?
You can't. It doesn't have that built-in DVR.
You can't turn back time.
Okay.
You can't turn back time.
You can't find a way.
Well, actually, you can find a way. Zenither, it's the way.
Oh, yes.
You can turn back time.
There you go. Good. That was
Man,
good.
I should do commercials, right?
Well
that was really good.
Get Cher on the phone. Have her promote this, and give us all credit, and we can retire young.
Hey, I really think that they're doing something new. You have a lot of, even if it comes on this service a week later. I mean, that's what some of them have done with like Hulu and things.
Yeah. You
can go back. You don't have to worry about that DVR. You don't have to, like, nobody, like, out of the three of us, 66%, 66 and 2/3% of this podcast does not have cable. We consume but I'm not missing any TV shows. Are you guys missing TV shows?
No, like I don't watch that much TV anyway, you know. So and if there's something that we do want to watch, we'll just find it on Netflix. That's our go-to is Netflix.
I got Netflix. I don't watch too much Netflix. You know, I'm just nothing on Netflix I really want to see it most of the time, or that like Jenny and I could agree on.
Yeah, and there's other ones. I know Hulu's a big one too. That's the same thing, right? Streaming.
Yes, Hulu is streaming. It's Netflix geared more towards network TV. Like Netflix has their own thing and like older movies, or not older movies, but has movies and like older TV shows and stuff. Hulu has like the ones that are on TV now.
Yeah, and I think Hulu. I think sometimes they have some of the old NBC shows. I think sometimes you watch.
They have all the TGIF stuff from ABC.
You watch the A-Team. Watch like some Quantum Leap.
Absolutely. Okay. Now in our house, and I'm not going to tell you how we have all this. We have Sling, we have Hulu, we have Netflix, and we have HBO Go, and we can watch anything. I don't miss out on any. If I occasionally, I guess, but then there's other ways to do things like check out Terrarium. It's a cool app to download for your Android device. Anyways, there's ways to watch TV shows that are just internet ways, man.
I also sometimes if I'm feeling like I want to watch anime again, there's Crunchyroll. They have a lot of anime stuff there. I cannot believe their library. It's so vast. Netflix has anime too, but Crunchyroll, my God, I didn't really know about it until maybe a couple of years ago, and it's great. So there's another one.
Oh, Crunchyroll that's what it's geared around, isn't it? It's anime.
There's some live action stuff too, like Japanese dramas, and I'm not sure if there's movies on there, but if there's an anime you're looking for, there's a fair chance it might be on there. And I've actually seen some like older ones from the mid 90s, early 2000s. That's when my favorite animes were released. So that's cool that they have some older stuff as well.
Okay.
So when did y'all get on the streaming tip? When did y'all find that
tip? When was that? Jeez, that's a good question.
Yeah, maybe a couple of years ago when I started doing Netflix, via, the internet or streaming, I guess.
I remember getting on Hulu maybe about 10 years ago, I want to say.
Really?
9 or 10 years ago. I just remember trying to find an episode of, this sounds so bad, an episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I said, Real Housewives of Atlanta episodes were free, and it directed me towards Hulu. And they had the episode I was looking for. I was like, sweet, this is awesome. The problem with Hulu is that it still has commercials.
Right.
And that annoys me.
Well, Hulu, when it first started, was free.
I remember that.
It had commercials built in it, and they were trying it that way, and it didn't work out enough to have, I guess, the premium programming. So you had to pay for Hulu, and I paid for Hulu for a while for no commercials. That was cool. Mm-hmm. And now I have Hulu that I pay for, but I refuse to get the Hulu Premium or whatever it's called, where it doesn't have commercials. So I just sit through the commercials.
Oh man, that sucks. So you had to pay extra for no commercials.
Yep. You can pay. I think it's like $7.99 for the basic that you have to watch commercials, and then I want to say maybe like $12.99
for the whole year or per month.
A month.
Oh, but say for the full year, that'd be awesome.
Oh, that'd be absolutely worth it. But and I'll just say it. The FCC and whoever else isn't watching, we share. Like my sister pays for Netflix, I pay for Hulu, and we just share the password, and everybody's happy. Yeah. And my mom pays for HBO, and so we the family shares all of them, and it works out. Actually, HBO doesn't care. They've actually said share with you because they know people aren't going to pay. A lot of people aren't going to pay for it. Yeah. You're just not going to pay to see Game of Thrones. You're not going to pay $10 a month or $15 a month or whatever else. Or people they would get it just for Game of Thrones and then drop it, or whatever show they wanted to watch. They would get it for the run of that and then just drop it. They've kind of encouraged people go in together and everybody pay $250 a month and you get, HBO, and then they've got you hooked all year round. So they're making more money that way. I wish more of the companies would see that.
That'd be awesome.
But who doesn't have Netflix? I think everyone.
Yeah, Netflix is.
Everybody I know has Netflix.
Yeah, I can't think of someone who does not have Netflix. And even if they don't use it, they at least have it in some capacity on their phone or maybe on like an Apple TV or something. I mean, it's Netflix is just crazy how it just took off.
I think they got in with maybe Comcast.
Okay.
Anyway, and I know they've got in with I think DishNet or DirecTV, where they're offering discounts. If you're a DirecTV customer, you get Netflix for a year if you sign a 2-year contract. So they've done things like that. That's really no skin off their nose, but they get you hooked, man. You get to watching your Orange is the New Black, and you're hooked.
Did you like that show?
I did. I really liked Orange is the New Black.
That show's.
I hadn't watched the last season yet, but I enjoyed it.
I never watched that one.
It's pretty good. It's interesting concept.
About it.
Yeah,
but I haven't really sat down and watched it.
I love what Netflix did. They got a couple shows that were good, like House of Cards was one of their first big ones.
Love that show.
I've never watched it. Never watched an episode.
It is good. Now that's a binge watching show.
But
I watched.
Go ahead.
You go.
Oh, I was just saying they got a few shows, got a couple shows that hit, and then they've got something ridiculous like 70 something new shows coming out and like in development.
There's like almost such thing as like too much of a good thing.
Well, the thing is, you don't have to try to watch all of them. They're not. Part of them are built for you. Part of them are built for me. Part of them are built for a 9-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
They're not like Nickelodeon's not for everybody. Every channel on TV is not for me. So they've kind of taken that and it's like a condensed version of all of TV. And they've put out some really, really quality shows that did y'all watch Stranger Things?
I have not watched that yet. I want to watch that.
You need to. It's good.
I watched the first episode. We weren't drawn into it. Does it get better after episode 1? Okay. Yes. All right, we'll try it.
It's really, really good. Let's see, Orange is the New Black's really good. I'm trying to think of some of the shows that the Castlevania anime you said about.
That was great. Oh, and I can't wait.
Season 2's coming soon. I can't wait, man. I'm not an anime person, but that was just a good show.
Yeah. Now, was that made in Japan or is that?
I'm pretty sure that was American made. That was.
Yeah, so I mean, I was so impressed by that. I had my expectations were way low. I'm like, oh god, this is gonna be stupid, but I was like hooked after the first 5 minutes. It was great, and it's not very long either. So you can.
It was only 4 episodes.
Yeah,
but I think they were just kind of testing the waters before they jumped off into it.
Mm-hmm.
But, man, alive! It's such a good TV show.
I do like the show Glow, Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling.
Yeah, I started watching that and I just didn't. I don't know why. It wasn't because I didn't like it or anything. It just didn't catch me.
Yeah, it's campy. It's kind of ridiculous. But it takes place in the 80s. So they had the big 80s hair, the shoulder pads, the scrunchies, the Reeboks, good times.
I'd have the girls. No.
There you go.
One thing.
The Castlevania series is the 7th most, and this is from Wikipedia, so take it for what you will. The 7th most in-demand digital original show in the United States.
Nice.
That's crazy.
Good on you, Konami, for once.
Well, they probably didn't have anything to do with it, right?
Oh.
October 26th is when the new 8 episodes of Castlevania are coming out.
All right, it's time for Halloween. And a great thing about Netflix as well. Oh, go ahead, Charles. Sorry.
I was gonna say for other shows, have you guys ever been watching the Fuller House at all?
The what?
I did watch Fuller House.
Oh, Fuller House, yeah, that show was so cute.
It's like bubble gum for your brain.
And they don't take themselves seriously on that. They break the fourth wall like every other episode.
Basically, which is fine.
And they actually are telling, oh yeah, there's like a show here. They actually make fun of. This is not a show. We're not gonna be serious. We got to be serious. They're they poke fun at the original series, which is fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
The original series was. I mean, come on, it's cheesy. It was a cheesy show, and I think they're all grown up now. And first of all, they all look good. I mean, they all aged really well. And second of all, they realized, it was family friendly. Hugs all the time. So, Fuller House was People give me a weird look. What? You didn't like it?
No. I was going to YouTube or to Netflix and see what some of the shows that I've watched were, and it was playing in the background.
We started streaming as we talk about streaming unintentionally.
Yeah, it was an inadvertent stream.
One thing I don't like about Netflix, they don't have every movie available.
Well, just like anything else, they have to pay for rights. So
yeah, I'm like, well, Jenny will want to see a movie. I'm like, I go search for it, doesn't pop up. She's like, no, I want to see this. I want to see Bed Knobs and Broomsticks.
They never have Bed Knobs and Broomsticks.
Do you have Amazon Prime, don't you?
I do have Amazon Prime.
They have their own streaming service that's free with Amazon Prime.
Oh yeah.
It's free with Prime.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you have Prime, the TV comes along with it, and they have a ton of stuff on it.
We have some like really good shows on there.
We were watching The Burbs on Amazon Prime the other day.
Angie was watching that just a while ago when I came out here.
that is like, when Tom Hanks did his comedic roles. They're awesome.
So do we think that cable is just going to go the way of the dodo at this rate?
You know what's weird? That was the exact analogy that I was about to say.
Wow. Twinsies.
Yeah, I don't know. And here's the reason I say that. Cable TV is easy. Everything, if it's on TV, it's on TV. It's what we're used to. It's what since the invention of a home video playing system, that's what we've done. It's been broadcast TV. I think with the adding of more streaming services and your local news, my local news from Jonesboro, Arkansas is available streaming. You have more and more of that, you're going to see less and less. And this is just my opinion. I think there's going to be less and less of the big cable companies.
Yeah.
There's no need for them. If I can get now and this is my thoughts again, you're going to have too many. There's going to be a phase we're going to go through. You'll have all these channels wanting you, like CBS is doing now, to get CBS, all the channel or all the things on CBS, you have to buy CBS All Access. So, which is $8.99 a month. So you're going to have all these channels try to do their own streaming service. And then you're going to see people kick back and go, no, that's not how I want to do it. I'm not, because I'm paying as much as I was with cable. Why would I do that?
Right.
Yeah.
So I think cable and satellite and things like that got out of control. And that's what it was. I mean, it might be $150 or $200 a month to watch TV if you watch TV.
Yeah.
It got ridiculous. So people kick back and like, no, I can do this cheaper online. I'm already paying for Amazon Prime, so I'll get my 2-day shipping. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and watch internet videos.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so we've got our generation, or even like my parents' generation, kicking back against that and going with streaming services, and they're watching less. Like they keep their Dish Network because that's what they like. Yeah. And that's what they're used to. But then you'll have more and more, as we get older, we're like, no, we don't need y'all. We've already made the switch. I mean, I don't know many people my age that actually have TV. I guess 2 guys that I work with that I can think of have TV. But that's one of them doesn't have internet access, and the other one is he's about 90 years old in a 40-year-old body.
He's still working?
Well, no, he's 90-year-olds at heart.
Okay, gotcha. I was about to say.
Yeah, guys that are like our generation, like the guys that are older than me, yeah, they still have TV.
Sure.
Like me, I still have TV.
Well, okay, that's fine if that's what you want to do. There's nothing wrong with it. If that's how you wanted to bring it in, cool.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of if I want to get rid of my Uverse.
It's hard.
It's like some of the stuff you can't get streaming. Because you have to have the subscription via your cable provider or satellite provider to get some of the stuff sometimes. So,
oh yeah, that's how I get ESPN. I have my parents' Dish Network login, so I watch all my ESPN online.
I just saw something. So, like you guys watch sports. I really don't, but will that be affected by nothing but streaming, or how does that all work?
I watch ESPN, and just like I said, ESPN has their own app. And it has anything that is anything comes on ESPN. So I watch it all streaming. March Madness, whenever they had basketball, CBS had their own March Madness app. So you just downloaded that and you could watch it for free.
That's for free. Okay.
Yeah, then there's like MLB TV has their streaming shit. Where it's like $83 a year, and you get like
You get every game.
Every game.
If you're really into baseball, if you're really into baseball or really into basketball or any of those, and you want to watch games that aren't usually televised, that's absolutely worth it.
Yeah.
I wonder with all this World Cup stuff happening the last couple of weeks. I wonder if there was a World Cup app at all.
Yes, Fox had it. Fox carried it, and there was a Fox World Cup app.
And there's
that's so weird.
Every game was televised.
People would stream the Tour de France online.
Oh, really? Even stuff that's more, not more obscure. Okay, that's pretty cool.
Well, it's on. They do it live every morning on what's that? One of the channels. I can't remember the goddamn channel right now.
I know, like ESPN, they have obscure sports that they cover. There was the Bago Championships were on there.
The who?
Like where you throw the beanbag toss, you know?
That's a thing.
Or bags?
Yeah.
Or cornholes or
cornhole,
some people call it cornhole.
Yeah, cornhole. Must be an Ohio thing, cornhole.
Okay, I thought that was a Arkansas thing, so I said bago instead of cornhole.
Oh, yeah, it must
be called cornhole.
Cornhole, yeah.
So there was I think they called it cornhole championships. Anyways, that was on ESPN. You watch lacrosse. I watch rugby on ESPN all the time. See what else? There's just anything you can think of. All the college or a lot of the college baseball and softball games that nobody watches until it gets to be the College World Series, they're on there. So there's just so much content out there, and I guess it's cheaper to make. You don't have to beam it up to a satellite and then beam it back down and distribute it through cable, and you're cutting out the local providers. So it has to be ESPN just puts stuff out there. It doesn't have to go through like 3 different hands and everybody get their piece of the pie.
So I'm wondering, I was just wondering, how would doesn't money come a lot from advertisement?
Yes.
So how did they get advertising? Not just ESPN, but I guess any of these.
Well, any of them that are nationwide, there's still commercial breaks in it, and they can sell that nationwide commercial time. A lot of the things that are like Sling, if you watch it, you'll get local advertising on Sling.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, there's this app called Crackle. I think they do local advertising too, and I really like that app, even though there's commercials. But it has lots of obscure movies and shows on there, which is pretty neat.
It's like the TBS of the internet, isn't it? You remember TBS had Beastmaster back in the day? It had movies that nobody wanted to watch. But that's Crackle.
That's Crackle, yeah. They had a movie on there I wanted to watch for years called Hustle and Flow. I finally got to watch it because of Crackle. It was definitely one of my favorite movies of all time.
Really?
Yeah, I loved it. So good. It really made me appreciate Memphis even more.
So, I mean, I think, to answer your question a while ago, I danced all the way around it, never answered it. I think streaming eventually will make cable go the way of the dodo. Cable is going to be an internet provider. There'll be things like Zenither. And honestly, I hope it is Zenither.
Yeah.
There'll be services that like that, or like something like that will bring all of these things that we're paying for, the Hulu, the Netflix, something will bring them all into one pile and make it, and it may just be software driven, and it'll just take the pieces out of the pie. And if you're subscribe to this, it'll bring it into one software, and you'll just be able to find everything in one pile. Amazon, if you have a Fire Stick, I've got mostly Amazon Fire Sticks in the house for TV, and you can it's kind of like that. If you can't find it on Amazon, you can go search for it, and it'll say other ways to watch. You can either buy it on Amazon, or there'll be other ways to watch. You click on that, it'll bring up whether it's on Netflix or Hulu, and you can click on it right there. So it's kind of happening. Amazon's kind of doing it. Of course, they're putting their stuff out there first, and then oh, by the way, if you don't want to do that, you can watch it with this service that you already subscribed to.
So is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay. What about you, Charles? What do you think? Same?
Probably at some point, yeah. Because, everything's merging right now. Because it's AT&T is going through that whole merger of Time Warner, and AT&T already has DirecTV and all that stuff, and soon we have Time Warner cable. So it's the markets. All these small companies, there used to be like hundreds of these cable companies. They're all starting to clump together into one.
Yes.
And like Disney and Fox, looks like that's going to go through because
that was finalized today, I believe, for $71 billion.
Comcast just pulled out.
Jeez,
AOL for a while too.
$71 billion.
Yeah,
that's a lot of money. That's stupid. So these mergers are kind of like a sign of things to come. Then
I think so, and I think Disney, what they're buying up these other companies, like especially Fox, because they want that. They see the writing on the wall. They want that Netflix piece of the pie.
Oh,
and now that they own Fox and all of Fox's movie library, and they have a big piece of that pie.
They'll own Star Wars outright there.
Yeah, they own all of Star Wars now.
Yeah.
Wait, Fox owns Star Wars now?
Well, Fox did own the original trilogy.
Okay.
And if this never went through, Fox would own A New Hope forever.
Was it just A New Hope?
Yeah, that's the only one that they own. Okay. But the other ones they could trickle off into whoever else would end up buying Lucasfilm. It's whatever that would have ever have happened, and it did.
There we go. Disney owns all of Star Wars. Disney owns The Simpsons. Disney owns Deadpool. They got the
Disney
X-Men
owns
back.
Deadpool. That just seems like the weirdest two things to go with each other.
Yeah, that's definitely not Deadpool. See, and here's my thoughts, and this is just Papa Turf talking, so take it for what you will. I think Disney will keep Fox as the brand, and movies that they don't want to have don't have Mickey Mouse attached to, they'll release under the Fox banner. You'll still see adult, not really adult content, but more mature content, like Deadpool, like Logan. I don't know if you watched the last X-Men movie, the Wolverine movie called Logan.
Wasn't it black and white?
No, it wasn't. Okay. But it was excellent.
Yeah, I heard it was good. Yeah.
Very, very good movie. Very more than just a comic book movie. It was a good movie. Nice. But it was Wolverine's dropping F-bombs. So
which
I think
I always thought he would do anyway.
Right. So he's a little gruff. And just as a character. So I think Disney will keep Fox just to release more mature type content, and they won't have Mickey Mouse attached to things like Deadpool and whatever something else that Fox makes.
Yeah, and like Disney owned Lionsgate for a bit too.
Lionsgate,
yeah.
Okay.
They own everything, man. Mickey Mouse owns your soul, and you didn't.
They own ABC.
Yeah.
They own ESPN.
Yeah, ABC is part of ESPN.
Yeah. Jeez, that mouse is rolling deep.
Dude, well, yeah. Who else can write a check for $71 billion?
Not bad for a kid from the west side of Chicago.
Do you think any of those, I'm trying to think of shows that sometimes I enjoy, like South Park? That's Comedy Central. Do you think that's gonna?
That's Viacom.
That's Viacom, which is Nickelodeon, MTV, and.
Guys, you guys know so much about this. I am like such a noob. Jeez.
I think Viacom that's part of CBS, I believe.
Wow.
So I think, and once again, just me thinking, you'll have some stuff that's separate, but man, Disney's they won't be able to get a monopoly just because, antitrust laws and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
But man, they've got a lot of good stuff.
Oh wow, it's crazy. Just when I think of TV, I think of back in the day. You had the remote control in your hand. That was very simple to operate, by the way, and you had like volume, mute, change channel, and that was it. And you just do this channel surf. Now all the options. My goodness, it's just ridiculous.
I mean, really, weren't you spoiled by the guide? When you got a guide on your TV, was it like, I don't have to flip through all the channels. I can go through here quick and see if there's anything I want to watch and then turn it on.
Those guides were everything.
Then you go to a hotel and you have to flip through the channels. It's annoying as hell, right?
Oh, geez, yeah.
He said, what channel is this on? They said they have it.
Yeah, then you had to get up and go look on top of the TV because that's where you left a little pamphlet that told you what channel everything was.
Man, so we've all been there. Those damn pamphlets. And usually the hotels would be like an HBO hotel, so it'd have the HBO schedule and one sentence description of what that show was. So the first time I ever watched Sex in the City was at a hotel. It was like 5 minutes of it, but yep, I'll never forget it.
Changed my life.
Changed my life.
I remember the preview guide, the original guide, where it just scrolled. You had no control over it.
Oh, and you had to wait for it to get there?
You missed, like, I just missed Comedy Central. Oh, okay, now I gotta wait.
You had to wait about 5 minutes for it to get back. Y'all didn't have the guide channel?
Preview guide. The preview guide.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, that's a throwback. My God. Good memory. Yeah. Good memory. Jeez. Well, my two friends, it's getting to be around that time. This was a really fun episode because I just learned so much, not just about streaming and, how these cable companies have merged and whatnot, but mainly about 8-Bit Eric's amazing new app. Zenither seems so awesome and so easy to use. I'm so excited for it. Unfortunately, none of us here are Droid users yet, so I had to wait for the iOS launch. I meant me and Russell. You're good. You're good, Charles. So download Zenither. I'll tell you that right now. So I'm going to hand the floor over to Turf, and he's going to do the goodbye stick. So take it away, Turf.
All right, y'all. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to download more. There's plenty more. There's a lot out there on the iTunes, Google Play, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, Spotify. We're on Spotify with the big boys. Tuned in, iHeartRadio, all those cool ones. Be sure to download all these podcasts with you. Give us a give us a 5-star rating if you're feeling saucy. Be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode. If you want to see the video version of this, check it out on the YouTubes. We're out there on YouTube. You can check us out there and watch us as we do this. It's kind of neat. Be sure to check out our buddy Eric's app, Zenither, zenither.tv. And that what that is? Zenither.com. Google Zenither,
Zenither. You can't miss it.
It's zenither.com. All right, there you go. So be sure to check that out. It is actually, and I'm not just blowing smoke here. It's a cool idea, and I hope it succeeds, because if it does what they promise, it's going to be a game changer. So check these guys out. Check out what they're doing. It's excellent. It's awesome work. If you want to hit us up, you can hit us up at OPB Podcast on Twitter, Facebook.com/OPB Podcast. Man, we'd love to hear from y'all. We love the questions, comments, and even the smart remarks. So y'all bring them on. Thank you for watching another episode. I appreciate y'all, and I appreciate Eric for coming on. I guess at 8-Bit Eric on Twitter. It's an easy way to get a hold of that dude. And that's about all I got.
All right. Turf, there's a bug in your house, so we're going to probably let's say our goodbyes, and I'm going to let you take care of that bug. So thanks for watching, everyone.
See ya.